Welcome to Honeybee, real stories of love, lies, and betrayal, where every truth stings. Let's begin. My name is Albert. On the night of my 7th wedding anniversary, while dining at my wife's parent house, I stepped outside to answer a phone call. As I turned back toward the door, I saw something that shattered the trust one had built in my wife for years. That moment led me down a road I wasn't prepared for, a road that revealed a betrayal I never imagined. When I first met my wife, Gloria, I truly believed I had found a woman I'd spend the rest of my life with. We were introduced by a mutual friend at a small gathering, and from that day, our relationship grew quickly. We dated for 3 years, building dreams together. We spoke about fears, family, children, money, and our future. Every decision was a team decision. I honestly believed we were unstoppable. After those 3 years, I knew it was time to propose. I planned a surprise, wanted the moment to be unforgettable. Deep down, I already knew her answer. I wasn't anxious, just filled with anticipation. And when I asked, she said yes with a smile that made it clear she had been waiting for that moment too. That memory stayed with me for years. Up until then, there was nothing. No action, no words, no behavior. That gave me reason to doubt her. I trusted her without hesitation. I never questioned her feelings for me, never second-guessed her intentions. That faith created what I thought was a rock-solid foundation. And it's because of that foundation that what came later was so painful to accept. The beginning of our marriage was some of the happiest years of my life. It felt like we were young again, only this time with our own place, our own life, our own rhythm. Every morning, waking up beside her felt like a blessing. Our love flowed naturally, never forced. We dreamed of buying a home, raising children, and traveling the world together. I felt like nothing could ever come between us. But after 4 years, things began to shift. The spark we once had wasn't as strong. Our late-night talks turned into quick conversations about bills and routines. I didn't panic, though. I told myself this was normal. Life changes, people get busy, and love matures. With a strong base, I believed we could ride out the quiet seasons just like we had embraced the exciting ones. Then, in our 5th year, the weight between us grew heavier. We had been trying to have children, but after 2 heartbreaking miscarriages, the pain was unbearable. Watching Gloria suffer broke me. I wanted to help her heal, but I didn't know how. We turned to a fertility clinic, and soon our lives were ruled by medications, diets, strict schedules, even-timed intimacy. Gloria became exhausted, withdrawn, and quiet. Wanting to protect her, I suggested we take a break. Not forever, just enough for her to rest. I thought it showed how much I cared for her well-being over medical charts. But she saw it differently. She accused me of giving up, of not understanding her longing to be a mother. She told me if I were the one carrying the child, I wouldn't be so quick to stop. I tried to explain I wanted children too, but not at the cost of her health. She didn't see it that way. The tension grew into quiet, drawn-out arguments. Eventually, she packed a bag and left for her parents' house. That month without her was the longest month of my life. I didn't know if she'd return. Thankfully, her family encouraged her to talk to me, and slowly, we reached some fragile middle ground. She moved back home, but things were never quite the same. Though we shared the same house, she wasn't fully there. Gloria spent more time on her phone, always hiding her screen or stepping away to answer messages. When I casually asked one night, she brushed it off, saying it was work. I wanted to believe her, so I let it go. I buried myself in work and projects, hoping space would help us find balance again. But the emotional distance between us only widened. By the time our 7th anniversary came, we were far from the couple we used to be. Anniversaries had once been our special way of reconnecting, but this time Gloria wanted to celebrate at her parents' house. It surprised me, breaking our tradition so easily, but when she said, "I think it would be nice for my family to celebrate our love with us," I didn't argue. She seemed more affectionate in the days leading up to it, and I convinced myself this dinner might mark a turning point. That night, her parents welcomed us warmly. Her sister and cousin were there. The table was set beautifully, and the food was incredible. On the surface, everything looked perfect. Gloria laughed, smiled, and played the role of a loving wife flawlessly. To anyone else, we seemed like the happiest couple in the room. But I noticed something. She kept slipping away from the table, always with her phone in hand. First to the oven, then upstairs, then back to the kitchen. I brushed it off at first, not wanting to ruin the evening with suspicion. Later, when I stepped out to take a quick call from a friend, I happened to glance through the dining room window. That's when I saw it. Gloria walked into the kitchen, and seconds later, her cousin followed. They spoke briefly, then moved closer until they kissed. Slow, intimate, unmistakable. My heart stopped. I froze outside, unable to process what I had just witnessed. By the time they pulled apart, Gloria's mother was entering the kitchen. I forced myself to regain composure before stepping back inside. Gloria was at the table, laughing as if nothing happened. Her cousin was casually chatting with her father, completely unbothered. Their calmness told me this wasn't first. This was routine. The rest of the night crawled by. I faked a headache, excused myself, and left alone. Gloria offered to come with me, but I told her to stay. On the drive home, I couldn't stop replaying the scene through that glass door. The closeness between them, the ease. They had been hiding this for years. At home, I didn't feel anger, just emptiness. The next morning, Gloria returned cheerful, acting like nothing was wrong. She kissed my cheek, asked how I'd slept, and moved around the kitchen. But all I felt was distance. Her touch felt like betrayal disguised as affection. Over the next days, she became unusually affectionate, trying to rekindle what we had lost. But I couldn't accept it. I couldn't reconcile the woman pouring me coffee with the one I saw kissing her cousin. My love for her had already left. I needed proof beyond what I saw, and within the week, the opportunity came. One morning, Gloria left her phone on the couch while stepping outside. That never happened. She always kept it close. I hesitated, but knew this was my only chance. On the third password attempt, the phone unlocked. Her cousin's name sat near the top of her messages. I opened it. What I found confirmed everything. The affair had started long before I met her, paused for a while, and then resumed after our miscarriages. Years of texts, confessions, and even voice notes. She told him she missed his touch, that being with me made her feel trapped, that no one understood her like he did. I forwarded some of the voice notes to my phone for evidence, then put hers back exactly where she'd left it. From that moment, the confusion ended. There was no saving this marriage. When the divorce papers were ready, I finally confronted her. One evening after dinner, I asked her to put her phone down. Looking straight into her eyes, I asked, "Are you having an affair with your cousin?" She denied it immediately, but I stayed quiet and pressed play on one of her voice notes. Her face went pale. She didn't even ask how I had it. She just broke down in tears, begging me not to tell anyone, terrified of being exposed. That was all I needed. I handed her the divorce papers and told her it was over. She cried, tried to stop me, but I was done. In time, her family found out. Her mother sent a message filled with disappointment and apologies, while her father's words carried shame. I stayed distant. Whether they were truly shocked or not didn't matter anymore. The divorce took months, but I didn't fight. I just wanted freedom. From lies, from pretense, from betrayal. When it was finally over, I didn't feel victorious. I felt lost. I had trusted her completely, and that trust had been used as cover for years of deceit. But the pain wasn't the end. I realized I had two choices, to remain broken or to rebuild. Slowly, I chose to rebuild. I learned to be alone again, and more importantly, I learned to be okay with it. Gloria's betrayal revealed a strength I didn't know I had, the ability to survive, even when the life I built collapsed around me. The truth is, our marriage ended long before the divorce. The only difference now is I've stopped pretending. That chapter is closed.